It's taken 66 years, but the Japanese government has offered a personal apology for the harsh treatment of Australian prisoners during the Second World War. 5 former diggers, aged in their 80s and 90s, were invited to Japan, among them a doctor and a potato farmer. The country's foreign minister expressed his regret for the pain and suffering the men endured as prisoners at Changi and on the Thai-Burma Railway. The men made an emotional pilgrimage to the sites of the Japanese prison camps where they were held. North Asia correspondent Mark Willesee reports from Tokyo.
It's a rite meant to pass on good luck. But as these old diggers readily admit, they've already had their fair share of fortune. From prisoners of the Japanese more than 6 decades ago. Today, they're honoured guests of the government in Tokyo.
Some of my mates said, "You wouldn't go there, would you?" I said, "I would." But I said, they're a different generation of people. They didn't belt shit out of me like the others did.
You can't hold the present-day Japanese responsible for what their forebears did.
From welcome guests at a traditional feast at a Shinto shrine.
Better than what I got on the line. You know what I'm talking about?
To lauded heroes at an afternoon tea at the Australian Embassy.
Some bloody genius worked out a method of sewing a false pocket in it, and we used to call it a crutch bag.
Everywhere these 5 former POWs have gone in Japan, they've been applauded and honoured. But once it was very different. The 5 men on this visit were imprisoned in Changi, put in camps in Java and enslaved on the infamous Thai-Burma Railway. Of the more than 22,000 Australians taken prisoner by the Japanese, more than a third died in captivity, the vast majority from lethal brutality, tropical disease, overwork and starvation.
A bloke would get depressed, you'd see a look in his eye, and all the medical aid in the world wouldn't have saved him. Within a week or 10 days, he was dead.
Harold Ramsey survived not only the horrors of the Thai-Burma Railway, but also the sinking of the transport ship taking him to Japan. As a doctor, Rolly Richards treated thousands of his fellow POWs in Changi, on the Thai-Burma Railway, and at a camp in northern Japan.
I had the power of life and death over all of these men. I could send them to work, and they'd probably die as a result of it. Or I could try and keep them back in camp and give them a chance to live.
Having survived the tropical hell of Singapore and the Thai-Burma Railway, Rolly Richards and his mates were brought here, Sakata in northern Japan. During a brutal winter, 5 of the 29 Australian POWs would die. Decades on, Rolly Richards has returned to visit the family of 2 Japanese he befriended